Well, I think, and like you said, there was just bad things going on all around. But dude, that snap like really killed us in terms of like game flow because there's multiple times I'm rewatching the game. You're looking at the score differential. It's in the teens, or then it gets down to 12.
That would have been the difference,
bro. This would be a 5-point game if that snap didn't happen. And the spread was 6.5.
Think about this. You could see them getting nervous as well.
I know. If that was 5 instead of 7, like, and because here's the thing: the interceptions at the beginning of the game, like, and even the defense letting them score really quick at the beginning of the game, like that's all within the flow. Where you got to work for it some way or another. That one is just literally handing them 7 points right off the bat. Like that's crazy. That's the one that's probably most frustrating out of all of them.
I say even if you could land on it somehow, you take a safety you can live with. 7 out the gate is tough, and then you, like I said, 7 out the gate compounded with the turnover the next series. Now you're in a hole. But the thing that it did, it gave them hope. It gave them belief that they could win, that they could hang around. And you could see early on, even when it was 14-zip, they still didn't believe it. They didn't start believing it until it was 21-zip, 28-zip. You could see their body language change. They talked back a little bit more, celebrated a little bit more.
Probably the one where Kareem Hunt ran over Spillane in the end.
Absolutely, that was the one. Yes, indeed. From there, you could just see everything changed. And that, to me, was the big difference. I was like, man, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, bro, them having that type of momentum now they believe they could play here. And now, even though I felt that we were still going to be the better team, I said, when you're down 28-zip in the first quarter, it doesn't matter how good you are. Now you have to play perfect. We talked about with Ben, right? All year we've talked about, man, Ben throwing the ball 40 plus times, right? If you're doing it, you can win that way, but your margin of error is so small, you have to be perfect. Throws have to be on point. Everybody has to catch. Everything has to operate. When you're down 28-zip, it's the same thing, except now it's magnified. Not only offensively, you got to be perfect. Defensively, you got to be perfect, right? We talked about the defense. They played great in the second half until 2 series in the fourth quarter, and that killed them there. But you got to play perfect. When you're down 28-zip, you don't have the luxury of having 2 bad drives. You can't. Same with the offense. You can't afford a turnover. You can't afford a 3-and-out in the second half after you spot a team 28 points. That's why we always talk about starting fast. You talk about protecting the ball, not spotting teams' points. That's what happens, because now, think about as good, man, outside of that first quarter, you could really make a case that, man, we outplayed them. You could make that case.
Yeah. No, we did. Yeah. Second quarter all the way to fourth quarter. I felt like we did.
And that was even with the turnovers. That was even with the defense giving up the 2 scores late in the game. But the problem is you can't erase what happened in the first quarter. It's not Madden. We can't hit the reset button. We can't say, oh, man, that quarter doesn't count. Just brush that to the side. Look at us here. It doesn't work that way. And that's why we're sitting here at home frustrated and they're advancing right now, man. And this episode was brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook and app. Not only is it safe, but it is secure. And most importantly, Deke, it is reliable. And for all those first-time users out there, because we all were first-time users at one point in our life, if you use the promo code MOATS, that's a simple code, right, MOATS?
Yeah, easy to remember.
Can't forget that. If you use the promo code MOATS, though, you will receive up to $1,000 in deposit bonus money. So, Deke, stop wasting time. Let them know that they need to download the app and use the promo code.
Me? You want me to do it?
Let them know.
You're the more enthusiastic person.
Just tell them, say you download it.
Come on, guys. Download it.
You heard the man. Download the app, use the promo code, and get an opportunity to make a little money.